Chances are you or your kids grew up with the sounds of Raffi singing Baby Beluga and Down by the Bay.
Well, Raffi is still making music, but now he's hoping his songs will get fans to focus on climate change. WBZ meteorologist Jacob Wyckoff spoke with Raffi about his new mission.
Countless generations of kids have grown up listening to Raffi's music. He's filled the airwaves for nearly 50 years with such hits as Down by the Bay and Baby Beluga, but more recently he has a new task: to inspire kids to fight against climate change.
Climate emergency. You need climate emergency responders. Ring, 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 banana phone.
Unavailable on Banana Phone, I spoke to Raffi over Zoom at his home in British Columbia, Canada, a region impacted over the last few years with intense heat waves and expansive wildfires.
Summer shouldn't be a season that you dread. Summer should be a period that we look forward to. It's not just a future thing, climate change. It's with us.
Raffi points to a moment back in 1989 when Canadian environmentalist David Suzuki did an in-depth radio broadcast about global warming.
The environment in many ways is being ravished very rapidly.
When I heard that unless we took action, things might get to a point where the warming might be irreversible, that word irreversible sent shudders through me. I responded with my whole self.
And in the years since, he stepped up his efforts to reach what he calls his Beluga grads.
Tens of millions have grown up singing my songs. 'Cause your friends are my friends. That's a pretty big pool to reach out to, and I do my best on social media and in other ways to reach out to them.
Raffi is part of a growing ensemble of artists using their music to inspire change. Take, for instance, Ludovico Einaudi, an Italian pianist who performed his piece Elegy for the Arctic on a floating platform on the Arctic Ocean. World-renowned cellist and Cambridge resident Yo-Yo Ma has also undertaken a pledge for climate change awareness.
If we are going to succeed in our goal of creating change for the climate, we actually have to achieve more than action, but we actually have to change hearts and minds.
We really enjoyed your music. Thank you.
Changing those hearts and minds may start with the philosophy that Raffi calls child honoring.
Why do you think that love for kids is so powerful that it can literally change the world?
Because it changes us. When we have a child, we're changed. We would give our lives for the well-being of this child. So love is a prime motivator, and I think it can be a wonderful balance to the fear that we might feel about, the changes in climate that we're experiencing. Cause this climate emergency.
But in the crescendo of climate data pointing to a warming future, Raffi is optimistic about our youth's energy.
When I'm asked about hope, here's what I say. I say, my hope is action. Action holds hope. Inaction does not.
Raffi tells me that he hopes the young kids of today mobilize to fight for greener energy, for cleaner air and water, and to reverse the warming of the planet. Down by the Bay, I'm meteorologist Jacob Wyckoff, WBZ News.
Oh, bravo. I feel more hopeful for having seen that.
It was great.
Yep.
And Jacob was down by the bay, but did he ever see a moose kissing a goose down by the bay?
Or a baby beluga.
By the way, Raffi is up here, the Wiggles way down here.
Right. Perfect ranking. Next year at 5.